Are we good? Audio good? How's the monkey? Friday! Here we go. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Oh, it's 3 and I've switched to tea. Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. Painting me, painting you. Even though I never do that. I never paint me or you. Need to pick a different song. I need to make up new lyrics. The monkey's crushing though, you know? Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. I should just leave it at that. Just painting goo, you know? Painting goo goo goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting goo. Painting goo. A whole song that's just painting goo is hilarious. And just goo. Goo 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 goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Like painting goo. Painting goo. Painting goo. Oh, that's nice and hot. Oh. Painting goo. 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 Painting goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo goo goo. It's painting fucking goo. It's painting goo. 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 Goo 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 goo. Oh, that's good tea. That's in, Milo. Bring it home. Let's get this shit on the road. Not that kind of shit, Milo. Put it down. Painting goo. It's painting goo. Let's fucking goo. Such beautiful music. If any of you had any honor whatsoever, you would pay the monkey. The monkey needs to be paid. Because I don't fucking pay him. I don't pay anyone. I pay me. Oh, God. Well, welcome to another glorious episode of Painting Goo. Glorious light of heaven is shining brilliantly upon us. And I believe the construction workers are done for the day, which is excellent. I didn't take any fucking photos. I was too busy. But the hills are still, like, brilliantly white, and the rooftops and all, like... It's not much snow. It's like it snowed yesterday, and some of it's still here. It might have snowed again, like... partially during the night. Oh, I've only had one coffee today. And now I'm on the tea. And I'm trying to drink as much water. Well, I was about to say I'm trying to drink as much water as possible. That's not true. I'm trying to drink plenty of water. And it's hilarious how, like, I've noticed sometimes how, like, I think I said that yesterday, didn't it? It's like, you don't realize how thirsty you are till you start drinking water. That's happened to me, that happens to me, like, regularly. I'll, like, I'll get this big mason jar thing of what, like, that thing holds, like, I think that thing holds just under a litre. And, I just, like, take a few gulps out of that, like, every few minutes or whatever, like. Because I've heard that, like, especially if it's cold water, if you just, like, dump it all down your throat, like, it can give you a stomach ache and shit, like. But, of course, being an utter Chad, stomach aches don't bother me, like, It's such a lie. It's one of the reasons I love Bernie Mac's bit about having gas and how he got his missus to bring him to the hospital. And thought he was dying, and it turned out to just be trapped gas. It's like, oh, I'm dying. Like, call an ambulance. I've felt like that sometimes. I've gotten, like, cramps after eating something, and then, like, had thoughts, like, especially if it doesn't even have to be, like, that uncomfortable or painful. It's if it's lasting for ages. That's what did it for me. Like, for like 45 minutes straight one time, I was, like, in a significant amount of discomfort, and I was like, what is it? Like, is it indigestion? Like, have I got a fucking another hernia coming on? Like, has my appendix fucking imploded? Like, what the fuck's happening to me? Like, and then I just lean a certain way, or, like, bend over, like, to, like, pick something up in the kitchen, and then just, like, and I'm like, oh, I feel so much better now. Like, it's fucking hilarious. Like, it's happened to me sometimes where, like, I'd be, like, drinking water and I'll burp, and I'll feel amazing after it. Like, there used to be a thing with fucking get takeaway or something, like, and you'd eat, like, a lot of Chinese or a lot of chips, and then, like, you wouldn't crack the can of Coke or whatever till you had eaten all the food, and then you crack the can and then just start, like, necking the first, like, third of the can, and then just let out a god almighty belch. It felt great. Felt so good. Margie, Dick Fordu, Griffu, Desmondu, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to PEINTEINGU. Oh, I'm going to try and strap in for a long one today. Finish the week strong. Might even, like, I was thinking, I just got another canvas there that I drew some shit on a while ago. Bye, my love, you beautiful bitch. Oh, I have a new follower on TikTok. Cool. I just fucking painted randomly this thing. Well, the headphones are getting caught in the parrot. Painted this thing, like, it's just, it's just shite, like, but I painted that, like, ages ago, and it's just been sitting there. And this painting is pretty much finished, but I haven't set up another board yet. So I've just been doing other shit, like. So I'd say I'll finish the Hag today, and then I think I might add one more thing, maybe not, because I think this painting is, like, pretty hilarious. I mean, the fact that there's just, like, there's, like, an element of mystery to it. It's like, is the unicorn from the obelisk, or, like, what's going on? Like, because they have the same colored rock stuff going on, like, But I like it. I think the Hag looks hilarious, and I'm obviously going to finish her off today. But I have a fairly strong feeling that I'll finish this in well under 2 hours, unless I ramble. If I ramble for an extended period of time... hold on a minute. I'm not half Japanese. That's the other fucker. Still on holiday in Hong Kong. Milo misses him terribly. Don't you, Milo? I mean, look at him. Look at his face. Can't you tell that Milo really misses Defenderu? Look at him. Look at that face. Poor monkey. That's why you should tip the monkey. Out of pity. Out of sheer unadulterated pity, you should tip the monkey. This tea's actually delicious. I put the perfect amount of it's got the perfect ratio of milk and honey in it right now. It's so good. And it's staying hotter for longer than my coffee usually does, because I usually do like half and half of my coffee. Can't do that with tea though. Can't do half and half. Like, can't do half milk, half tea with fucking tea. It's like, do you want some fucking tea with your milk, like, you know? Right. Warm water, baby. Yeah, like I've even felt that before. Like if the water's too cold, like it depends. Like I think you're okay if you've been like doing a lot of like physical exercise or some shit, and your like diaphragm has been like pumping, and your blood is like if your internal temperature is like high enough because of like physical exertion, I think cold stuff affects you less, because we like we seek that when we're like, you know, hot, when our temperature's up, like. But everybody gets like, you know, fucking brain freeze, like, you know, if you have like a fucking, what do you guys call them, like slush, we call them slush puppies because that was one of the brands here, but it's like, you know, the like ice milkshake things, like a Slurpee, is that what you guys call them, Slurpees? Or like ice cream, or like milk, ice cold milk is another one. You try to neck a pint of milk and the roof of your mouth just goes numb and you get a splitting headache. I used to do that a lot when I was a kid. Like I was one of those kids that'd be like, I know this is going to hurt, but I don't care. Like you're like, ooh, and you like wait, like you don't even wait for the pain to be completely gone until you do it again. Like, and he's like, it's like, why don't you just drink it slowly? I can't. I literally can't. The milk is so good, it's making me drink it quickly. Oh fuck! You have a lot to learn, my child. But yeah, anyway, like I'm fairly confident I'm gonna finish this fucking thing within a 2-hour period, and I'm gonna try and stream for just like as long as possible today. Cause like I don't have the fucking energy to do anything else really, so I'm just gonna plant my ass here and just like paint. It's the energy drain from how cold it is fucked. Like it really is. Like it's like such a sudden change. Yes, ye old pity tip, classic. Please, when you have time, give tippers color. Oh yeah, I seen that actually. Yeah, that like, cause I was only saying that to the female. That I thought I missed a what are they called, super chat that you sent in, Margie, because I seen Stabberoo's one. But then you're not in the list, and then I realized that like you're a mad bitch who fucking subscribed to me on YouTube monthly or some shit. Like I haven't even set any of that up. Like I'll have to have a look at it. I will have a look at it, and I'll see if I can like change the settings for like, you know, people who are subscribed get this, so on and so forth. Like, and I will give you, what color do you want your name? You know, fucking fluorescent pink or some shit. I don't know. Like I don't know what options there are. Like. I'm such a fucking train wreck when it comes to all of that stuff. Like the female set up my Etsy and my eBay, and I haven't touched them since. Like they're just sitting there with paintings on them. Like the account's just sitting there. Like, oh, it's gas. Like I'll get so distracted by new ideas and new stuff and all. Like I keep thinking of stuff to do with the fucking grid pigs from the other PEINTEINGU. Because I'm like, I just love that shit. Tactical Turtles, Grid Pigs, the Bird Bureau. Like, do you know what I mean? We're like making our own fucking cartoon series here, or like a roster of like characters that could be used in a video game or something. Like fucking class. Like, and I don't know how copyright works. You know, like I don't have all these like legal things sorted out. I don't have the fucking money for that shit. Like, so I wonder if like somebody started copying my shit or stole any of my ideas, would I be able to turn around and be like, hey, have you not seen my stream? Like, don't you know that's my idea? Anytime I think about that stuff, I'm always like, no, I just come up with something new. I mean, that's literally what I do. I just shit out ideas, like, you know. I'm an idea machine. That's like my gift, is to just make up new shit, like. But I'd love to spend time actually like making something like quite unique You know, because people could easily argue that a lot of my stuff is like quite derivative, but then you could easily make the argument that everything is derivative. Like, it's like, name something that isn't derivative of something else, like, you know, like this whole copyright law, fucking intellectual property shit. Like, I used to think it made perfect sense. You know, it's like, yeah, like, people shouldn't be able to copy you and mimic you and like steal your idea and shit. And like, to a degree, that is correct. I think what the Chinese black markets and stuff do with, well, it's not even a black market, is it? It's just like Chinese fucking shops. We'd be like, you know, welcome to Adidas instead of Adidas or some shit. Like, you know, instead of Nike, it's Nika. Like, oh, somebody has a painful PEINTEINGU. Glorious. Hold on a minute. Where'd that come from? I am not a Japanese demigod. I am not a Japanese demigod. I am not a Japanese demigod. Get it into your fucking thick ginger head, like. The demigod's on holiday. Like, you see what I mean? Like, it only took me a few days of not doing that character for my subconsciousness to be like, oh, is it time for PEINTEINGU? And I'm like, hold on a minute, what the fuck? I think I've like fractured my psyche. Oh god. Maxed out bear. Maxed out bear, you're like pulling out all the stops lately, man. The last fucking 3 big super chats are from Maxed Out Bear. Maxed Out Bear has been here so long and has realized that his honor level is like looking a bit low, so he's just like flinging them in, like, you know, tossing a few Friday shekels in the hat. Shabbat shalom, niggers. Oh man, much appreciated. Really, seriously, like, fucking, like, you're a generous motherfucker. Like, you know, 20 quid right now is a lot to me. Like, that'll help, like, pay for everything from fucking the internet to food to getting more paint. I'm already running out of more yellow. I use so much yellow. I'm just like abusing the Asians. They're great though. I mean, like, there's so many of them. You know, how could you not abuse that shit? Like, you know, power and numbers and all. Like, I abuse the fuck out of my euros. I am not a Japanese demigod. I am not a Japanese demigod. Get it into your fucking head. That's what happens when you do something every day for a year. You know, even if it is only for a few hours. That whole 10,000 hours thing, I think, is totally true. Just do something for an hour a day. And if you can't do it for an hour a day, do something for like at least 15 minutes. So then it adds up into, like, you know, you do 4 of them and that's an hour. And like, before you know it, it'll be like 3 years later and you'll have made significant progress in something, like, you know. It's kind of crazy how that works, like. That's why, like, when I was talking about, you know, what's that fucking called? Like, jack of all trades, master of none. A fucking a generalist. Is that the term? A generalist. I've always been like a toolist and a generalist. I love tools. I love things that you can use that are useful. Like, you know, like a tripod for your phone or like a mug for your tea. Like, you know, like, I love inventions and like useful shit. And I love having like I'd be one of those guys that has like a garage full of just like the maddest, most random fucking crap, like a Japanese fucking carpentry saw over there with, like, you know, with all the carpentry shit, and then over there I'd have like something to do with fucking knitting or something. Like part of me would like to learn how to fucking do basic knitting and shit. Like, I've always been fascinated with just like, you know, acquiring skills. Because, like, a lot of them translate to other shit. Like, because if you know how to sew, you can sew a wound shut, or you can fix somebody's fucking, you know, wound, or at least temporarily, you know, like, or you can fix like a trouser leg, you know, or you can mend a bed duvet, or you can make yourself a tent. Like, you know, it's like, and that's just one part of that skill, where you can fucking just learn fundamentals, like, you know. That's what I think is so crazy. Like, when I heard that percentage thing about like only 1% of the population practices martial arts, which is like even more wild considering how big, you know, UFC got and how many fans there are and like all these new gyms and shit. Like, you'd think it would be at least like I really thought it would at least be like 15 to 20% of the whole population practice some form of martial arts. Um, like, and maybe what I heard isn't true. Like, maybe it's like, fucking bad maths or something. Like, but then I thought about it and I was like, that is probably true. They're like fast. Like, if you go out and meet 100 people, how many of them practice some form of martial arts? Probably like out of 100, probably one or two. Like, depending on where you are, like obviously it could be different if you're like in a particular town or a particular country. Like, you go to fucking Thailand, they all do fucking Muay Thai. Practically all of them. Like, it's like but that's the culture. So it would definitely like change drastically depending on the spot. Like as far as I know, like there used to be a stereotype of that like every Chinaman knew a bit of fucking kung fu. Like, the people are being very generous today. Ooh, excellent. Getting that Friday feeling. I'm definitely doing a long stream now. I'm just gonna sit here till I can't feel my ass. Phrasing. I love the Griff's comments. Just like, hello, our Japanites. Ooga ooga. Did I ever tell you guys about I drew this little tribal dude ages ago when I was like more regimental and routined, which I should get back into with like my like daily sketches on Instagram. It's because my phone's fucked. It's caused so many issues. But anyway, I did this little tribal fucker with like a dead cat on his head, and there was like a flower sticking at it. He's over on the wall there. I'll get him. Oh. I drew this fucker like ages, like maybe like 3 years ago or some shit at this stage. I think he's hilarious. Just one of these real like like very Cartoon Network-esque or whatever, but he's just got like a dead feline cat thing on his head like a crown, and then coming out of that is like a big flower thing or whatever, like And one of the little thoughts I had about it was I drew inspiration from Crash Bandicoot. Remember like Uka Uka and Aku Aku, the magical masks that you could pick up and they like power you up for a while. I always loved the style and the voice of those two, so I kind of tried to come up with like my own like inspired version and have it actually be like a tribal like shaman king like chief kind of dude. So I thought about this thing where it was like I wanted to call him King Ooh-Ah. And then every time he'd come out like from behind a lot of bushes or something, like, and all of his tribes people would be like, bowing and shit, like, because he's the one with the fucking dead cat in his head and all. Like, it just looked real funny, like visually, like, and they're all like bowing and shit. But when he comes out, they're like, ooh, ah, and like it's like that's why is he called King Ooh-Ah? Like, it's just. Shit, really simple, stupid shit like that makes me laugh. In case you haven't noticed, like it's some of my favorite stuff. Like the stuff I share on Instagram with all y'all is like that shit has me folded up sometimes. Like I seen this thing yesterday that fucking Demon Hunter Bear sent me, and oh my god, I watched it like 4 times, and like it's a bit dark, like you know what I mean. But, like, it's so fucking funny. Like I wonder if I could play it. I don't know if I have Instagram set up on this computer. So fucking funny though. It was like, some bitch was like, she had a little chalkboard with her, and she was like, I'm trying to find something that rhymes with, I don't get mad, I get even. And like she like sang it, and she was like, I don't get mad, I get even. Like, and it's like finish it off, and it's just all these comments. And it's fucking hilarious. It was so funny. The first one was like, I drenched my grandmother in semen. And I know it sounds like that's horrible, like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, it's because it's being sung. It's like, I drenched my grandma in semen. It's so fucking funny. Everybody I sent it to was in fucking fits of laughter. Like, Like, I fucking, like, Demon Hunter, like, he's one of the fun, like, shout out to Demon Hunter in the chat, like, seriously, bro, he's, that chat makes me laugh so much when we're playing, like, PlayStation together and shit, and then, like, the stuff we have, like, the same sense of humor, like, you know, decline optional cookies, what's it, oh, yeah, like, fuck, I have to sign in, set it up, and all that shit, like, fuck that crap. I'm not doing that, I'm not doing all that now, like, it was so fucking funny, though. One of them was like, I put the body in the freezer, but it wouldn't fit. Or I couldn't fit the knees in. like, thing nearly had me crying. Like, you know, it was so fucking funny. Like, and it's like, yeah, like fucking stand-up comedy had a big like issue the last like decade odd, but it's like, stand-up's not the only form of comedy. Like, do you know what I mean? That's why I like love cartoons and shit. Like. I just need to turn the heating off there. It's so annoying when like I come into the room and I can see my breath and like everything I touch is like it's in a fridge. Like it's seriously so cold. Like, and then I'll stick the heating on for like an hour, and then it's like too fucking warm. It's so fucking annoying. Like, especially with those electric heaters, like they're a pain in the ass. Like, and they're so expensive and shit. Like, I'd much rather just have like little fires going on in the fucking rooms or something. Like, just little chimneys sticking out. Like 7 little chimneys coming out of the house. Like, we call them slushies. Yeah, I've heard like Slurpees, slushies. We had slush puppies because like the brand was like a dog with like a fucking you know those winter hats with the bobble on the thing, the bobble on the top. The hag kind of reminds me of the Troon looking Jinx Pokemon. It's hilarious to me. The expression on her face is brilliant, but I think I'm gonna make her eyes like squinting because like, could you imagine trying to keep your eyes wide open while you're like flying through the air? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if you've ever done any kind of like remotely like one of them zip lines, or like, you know, you've been like, or stick your head out a window while you're like in a car or something, like when the wind is like barreling towards your face at like, you know, tens of miles an hour, like it's really hard to keep your eyes open before they just like dry out. Like, I used to love doing that. I'm such a fucking like, I like embody the spirit of a dog sometimes. Like, I fucking loved doing that, where I'd like whip me hat off and just like throw me head out the window. Me ma would always freak out. Get your head in the fucking. It's like, could you imagine, like, that just reminded me of that movie fucking Hereditary. I think that's what it's called. Fucking really unnerving, like disgusting movie. Decent horror flick though, you know. If you like being like unnerved and made feel uncomfortable and terrified and all, like that's a decent one. Just don't ever watch Midsummer. I watched that movie with the female, and like that's one of I don't have a lot of regrets in life, but like having images from that movie, and I would rather, if you could take all the images of porn out of my head, or the images of Midsummer, like if I had to just pick one, I would actually be like, yeah, take Midsummer out. Like, I swear to God, like it's such a fucking like fucked up movie, like, and I never want to see it again. Like, I never want to see the trailer. I don't even like thinking about it. I'm gonna shut up about it. Don't matter. I think every tipper gets same color. All right, okay. You just like, you're not getting a wrench, Margie. You're gonna have to stick around a lot longer than that before I make you a fucking what are they called? Mod. I think it's hilarious the way like 6 of my guys are mods. It's like, blue wrenches, assemble! Like, I probably have the highest mod per like chat member ratio on fucking YouTube. Like 25, 30 people watch the stream on the regular, and like a fifth of them are mods. Oh, that's brilliant. Fucking maxed out trying to make sure he says hello to everyone. There's only 6 people here. How could you miss Could you miss anyone? Okay. Right, it's Friday, so what's the tunes today? Hip hop, classics. Where's Stabberoo? Is Stabberoo not here? I just there realized that I haven't seen his name yet. We could go with the synthy shit. I like the synthy shit that we played for a while. 80s horror, epic music. Oh, Griff's here. Griff, I got this for you. We'll stick this on first. Because you wanted Wu-Tang, so I got this.
Pro-enamel intensive enamel repair helps to...
You wanted Wu-Tang, so I got you toothpaste. Like, pro-enamel intensive, fuck off, bitch. Right, let's get our funk on. Well, it's hip-hop. Yeah, yeah. Paint, paint, sucker. Where's my snare? Where's my snare? Can't hear my snare. Iron Man Baru. Welcome. Boop, boop, boop. PEINTEINGU. I can literally throw it in anything. PEINTEINGU fits in fucking anything. PEINTEINGU. Right. We gotta do the usual. Bit of lemon. Some lemon, some tomato. Some blue flavor. I didn't even see that episode of It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. It's like one of the newer ones. Where Frank is like staying with some dude who saved his life or some shit. I can't remember. But he's like... He's on this like trend of like everything blue is like the antioxidants and it's like healthy and shit. It's like... What's that in the bowl? It's blue. Oh man. Some of the Frank episodes are brilliant. When he's like covered in hand sanitizers or fucking like he's just wearing a diaper crawling across the floor of the bar, and they find him. It's like they follow like this like slug trail. And they find Frank just like writhing on the ground, covered in fucking like hand sanitizer. Like, I just want to be pure. Oh man, I started watching that again. Because I finished like I think I've watched Star Trek Deep Space Nine like 4 times, like the whole thing. And because it's like the way I watch shows like that, like I just put them on in the background, you know. And when I'm chilling, like, and a lot of the time, like especially back in Maz, like you still do it here sometimes, but try not to. But like I'll fall asleep with the telly on, like, you know, something playing in the background, like. And I think I've watched It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia probably about 5 or 6 times all the way through. Maybe not including the latest seasons. Oh! My black just farted. my fat black just farted. This shit's not bad. You see, if Griff hadn't complained about the tunes, I wouldn't have got new tunes. Everything's an opportunity. Let's leave that there. I love my new trolley. It just sounds like something a homeless person would say. I love my new trolley. Gets me from A to B. Part of me still wants to get like, I think it'd be so funny if I could get like something that looks like or is shaped and designed to look like a fucking parrot, but I use it as a palette. I just think that'd be so funny. I'd like to do what I would like to do sometimes. I'd need like 6 cameras, because like I'd want like a camera pointed at Boris, a camera pointed at Tobias, a camera pointed at Milo, a camera pointed at Carlos. Like, and I'd just be able to like click in between them and shit like. Okay. The parrot has been roded. These tunes are for you, Griff. If you don't like them, fuck you. I couldn't find any Wu-Tang. I just typed in hip-hop. Oh well, I'll try that, I'll try and remember to set up the fucking, I'll try and remember to set up the fucking, what's that thing called? Brave? I'll try that Brave browser and see if that works. But I have a strong feeling that, they have, like, software that'll, like, pick that up, that I'm using that, you know? And I'll just get the same effect, like... Oh, copyright claim, fucking, like... It appears you're trying to circumnavigate our bullshit by doing... Like, do you know what I mean? I just find that shit hilarious, like... It appears you're trying to get around the fucking stupid, retarded systems that we have implemented. How dare you? I mean, considering the shit I've said on this stream, and... how many I've done now in the past year or whatever. The fact that only like, I think one, maybe 2 got like straight up just like yeeted. And then there's just some of them that have like, you know, a copyright strike or some shite like that. Like, but other than that, like, it's all J. Like, have a nice little corner of YouTube where like they don't give a fuck about me. Me likey. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. This white is so fluid. I love it. Takes much longer to dry than the gouache though. This bitch looks hilarious. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Painting goo 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 goo. Goo 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 goo. Her hair is grand. Facial expression's hilarious. Yeah, I'll brighten her tongue up a bit. Like, the part of me wants to change the colour of her skin. She blends in a lot, doesn't she? Like, don't get me wrong, you can see her, like, you know, but you can't really see her feet. You can see her arms, but they're a bit obscured. I think I might go with just, like, a proper hag, like, you know, fucking, like, off cream, beige, like, manky looking flesh. Like, go, like, we'll go down from yellow. That's what we'll do. No, we're like, yeah, I'll get some white and add some yellow, and then I'll add like tiny bit of blue. This playlist is super chill. Pigments in these paints are so powerful. I love it. Oh yeah, that's almost perfect. It's a little bit too dark though, I think. Paintingu. Yeah, that's pretty fucking good. Yeah. Okay. I'm giving this bitch the ugliest fucking nose you've ever seen in your life. Paintingu. Goo. Yeah, for the gamers in the chat, see, Sony Japan is trying to buy out, oh, what was it? Fucking From Software. They're trying to buy out From Software and all. Like, there's like this big grab for, you know, for control of IPs and stuff because of the absolute horrific failure of things like Concord and God of War Ragnarok. Like, put this into perspective. Basically, it's like Horizon Zero Dawn comes out when the drops with the PS4, right? Or did it drop with the PS4? The Order 1886, Bloodborne, and a few other things dropped with the PS4, didn't they? Was Horizon one of them? I think it was. Uncharted 4. There was a few of them. But it was a major like launch thing. Loads of the PlayStations were like sold with a copy of Horizon Zero Dawn. Sold like 20 million copies or some shit, like, you know. And I played the fuck out of it. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was awesome. The sequel, however, you know, does not terrible, but just not as good in comparison. Same fucking thing happened with like God of War came out in the rebooted God of War came out in 2018 and fucking flew off the shelves. Did great. I played it, fucking loved it. It was awesome. And then they make God of War Ragnarok and like nobody buys it. It's not that nobody buys it, but like it doesn't do anywhere near as good, and they like kind of wokeified it, like, you know. Not really badly or anything, but like I heard some shit, and like a lot of people, I think a lot of people have done what I have done over the past maybe like definitely 5 years. Whereas like the second you get a whiff of one of these games, you know, going that direction, you just don't buy it. You just don't buy it, like. And I know, like, it seemed like fairly fucking obvious to a lot of people, but like apparently there's a lot of people out there that are like why would you? Oh, I don't know. Why would you buy something that like you completely disagree with the fucking shit in it? Like, you know. Like, I've bought games not knowing that they were going to be that bad. Like that fucking thing by Ubisoft, Immortals Phoenix Rising. I seen a trailer of it and I was like, oh, this looks cool. It's like Ubisoft's version of like Zelda Breath of the Wild or some shit, like. And I put like 8 hours into it and was really enjoying it. And then Zeus, it was based in like Greek mythology, like, you know. Fucking Zeus, like, it's like, oh, don't you worry, I know what non-binary means. I'm in with the modern lingo and all. And I fucking nearly had a heart attack. I was like, what? Because there's no real hint of the woke shit. Because like it kind of looks like a game that's like geared towards children, which kind of makes it even worse, like, you know. But it had like cool RPG elements in it and a decent combat engine. So that's what drew me to it. Like, I love little like hack and slash action adventures and stuff, like, you know, like Zelda. And I just like fucking the second he said that, I was like, what the fuck? And like turned it off and deleted it. I was like, I can't believe they did that. Like, and like, obviously it's my fault. Like, you know, I should have put more effort into like watching reviews and stuff like that before I just like. I think I basically bought it on release, paid for full price for it, like. But that's one of the ones where I'm like, I can't believe I spent like 60 quid on that. Like, what the fuck, man? And because of all the like, you know, digital shit, like you can't get a fucking refund, like, or trade it in and get some of your money back, like. I was super pissed. And that's one of the things that made me more like, you know, oh, that color profile on her is much better. That's one of the things that made me like, you know, start doing that, where like I'll see a game or I'll see a trailer or something, like, or I'll see people like, you know, talking about whatever on an article, and I'm like, right, not buying it. Like, the second I get a whiff of any of that shit, because then like when the game comes out and people review it and then you see like way more gameplay of it, like especially if you give it like a couple of weeks after release, then you can be like, oh, it's not as bad as I thought it was, like it's just this, you know. And like depending on the game, you can like, yeah, I'll buy it when it's on sale or something, like, you know. Because like you still, there comes a point where it's like, you don't want to vote with your wallet in a sense of being like too purist about it, because you're still affecting people's like employment at the end of the day, you know. Like if you want a games company to keep making games and you don't buy their last 3 games, depending on the context, that might not be the wise thing to do collectively as the consumer, because they might just like fucking go out of business. But if it's something like Ubisoft, at this stage you wouldn't care because of all the like, even Sony, you know. Sony, like a lot of them have made like decisions with the consumers, especially Sony lately with the whole PSN debacle with fucking, what was that game? Oh, it was loads of games actually. It initially started with Helldivers. It was like any country that doesn't have PSN can't buy Helldivers, and they like switched it all over. And they basically like fucked over a load of their foreign customers. Like, your man Pirate Software that I listen to on YouTube, he's great. He was like, I'm done with Sony. I'm not buying any Sony products now, like ever. Like, fuck them. Can't believe they did that. Like, and I want to like, I try to be like that, you know. But it's sometimes it doesn't work for me because I don't actually keep up to date with gaming like as intensely as other people do. So sometimes I'm like, oh shit, like should I have bought that? You know, let's like a game is now like on sale, and it's like back when it came out, I would have like liked to support it because it doesn't have any of that crap in it, but I didn't even like I think about stuff like that, you know. Like it's very similar to the way that I like try and support the bear community. Is like, if anybody wants anything painted, you know, try and do it for like as cheaply as I can, and then like sending Owen money. That's like fucking, what was it, like I think I calculated it. It was like, it ended up being like €33 because it was like roughly 100 quid that I got in the space of a few days. So I was like, oh, the stream is crushing, here's your cut and all, like, you know, fucking whole 33 thing, like, you know. But it's hilarious how it actually ended up being that. Like the other day when I woke up at 11:33 and like exactly, I'm just like, man, when you start noticing that shit, it's fucking weird. Like, you know, you can also start noticing the patterns in like something like the gaming industry. You know, you're starting to see all these like waves of like almost mythological shit happening. Like, you know, like how funny is it that Black Myth Wukong did what it did in a market sense? You know, where like it did so well that IGN and shit are like fucking straight up like rigging the fucking Game of the Year awards in an attempt to like what would be like hinder its success, essentially, like, you know. Which is just like, when you think about it, it's just so such low behavior, you know what I mean? Like the whole Nintendo thing, suing for the patent stuff against Pal World, like, it's just like, lads, like, and like they did it after the game came out, Like, the game came out and they were like, hold on, it's similar to Pokemon? Sue them niggas! Like, wait, before you sue them niggas, get them patents. Like, it's such... It's like, oh, how no honor. Like, it's so fucking mad to me, like. Have you no shame? Apparently not. I'm gonna put lots of yellow in this now. She stands out way more now. And she still looks incredibly hag-like. Okay, that was way too much yellow. Much too much? Much too much. I have like a yellow ochre going right now. It's like puke color. This could work. This could work. Need to bring it down a little bit though. Put some weight in there. Yeah, that's better. It's amazing how things just get more better with more white. Them highlights in there. Give her horrible, insanely wrinkly skin. Oh, glorious. Nintendo has lived long enough to see itself become the villain. May they rot. Yeah, exactly. That's pretty much exactly what it is. Hit the nail on the head there. I'm just gonna run out and take a piss. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, the tea's making me pee.
The online store for fashion, home and more. Plus ways to pay that work your way. Very. Let's make it sparkle. With Revolut Business, I manage my finances easily. For in-person sales, I use Revolut Reader. Taking payments has never been easier. And with real-time notifications, I'm always in the know. Discover Revolut Business and go beyond business as usual. Open your business account today.
Oh, that's so much better. Sounds like video game music. The hag is magnificent. I'm gonna switch it up. This stuff is too chill for me right now. Where'd he go? Is he making more of the brown? It's making yellow. Pale yellow. Lots of it. Got more metal. Let's make some more pink for that tongue of that bitch I'm painting. Painting goo, 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 goo. I mean, every hag has a snake's tongue, doesn't she? You know? That's the thing, isn't it? I think I prefer the one from yesterday so far. The other one's like chuggier. This one's kind of old school. I can imagine Demon Hunter just being like... Get that metal frown, it's all on the lips. Filth. Alright, but I need a different bitch to do the pupils. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Let's try. Just put the black outline on her now. Squirt, damn you! What the fuck? Where's the... Is it on? There we go. What the fuck? Oh, glorious! Fucking Defenderoo on holiday in Hong Kong watching the stream. Be like, hey, that's my line! This bitch's nose is something else. I'm rightly accused of moshing. she looks funny, but she doesn't look as like... Do I need to squint her eyes even more? I'm not sure. Like, I need to work on my my vocabulary of facial expressions. Needs a bit of work. I've got a few of them, but I need more. Yeah, I think it would kind of like not ruin, but like I don't think this PEINTEINGU needs anything else. It's got everything that came out of the hat. And it's got a nice background, and it's funny looking. So I'm happy. So I think I'll sign this, and then I'll slap that other canvas on. And instead of doing a PEINTEINGU, we'll just chill and see what happens. And then next week, it'll be back to regularly scheduled PEINTEINGU. Oh, glorious! Can't help it. Gucci is charging. Where's the... So, as per usual, if anyone's interested in purchasing African Unihag, let me know. Oh shit, that's what the tape is. Oh, fuck that up. That's hilarious. To fix my signature. Imagine having your own PEINTEINGU trading card game with a Super Sainicorn as one of them. I could easily make up a card game, actually. Well, obviously, like, I don't mean it in the sense of like, oh, I could do a card game. Like, when it gets into the statistics and the balancing of the actual game, like, there'd be a lot of work involved in that. But I mean, like, we definitely have enough characters in our roster. Definitely, like, everything from Xenoboon to the Chark to the Super Sainicorn. Like, even the Hag would be one, like, you know, you'd have all the different kinds of grid pigs, all the different turtles, all the different birds. I've got some funky looking robots that I've drawn before, like, they could easily be, like, totally. That's what, like, I've said it before, like, I struggle with, like, choice paralysis when it comes to, like, what I can do to, like, generate an income. Because, like, there's so many, like, it's limitless. It's literally limitless, the stuff that I could do, and people would buy to like varying degrees, you know? Like, I've done merch and it's like kind of worked. I've done like profile pictures, and they actually went down quite well. I've been thinking of doing them again, doing people's profile pictures. Bears, obviously, mainly bears, because it was like the whole thing was like do you as a bear. Dry, you fuck. I think I might just put my signature on the Super Saiyan coin. Make it look like a brand. Like, I've legit thought about all sorts of stuff like that, like, you know, like PEINTEINGU card game, I mean, like, if it got big enough and I was, like, inclined in that direction, like, one day you could end up seeing, like, you know, Defender's face on a lunchbox or something, like, you know what I mean? Like, shit to that level, like, you know. But I wouldn't want to do stuff like that, like, you know. Because then the next thing you're doing, like, you know, like branded food and all that shit, like, I do merch. That's about it, like, and then, you know, like, yeah, like a card game would be cool. But it wouldn't be like, a lot of the stuff I do wouldn't be PEINTEINGU, it'd just be like Defender Bear Designs. Which isn't even like it's not even like a legal title or anything. Do you know what I mean? It's like technically a pseudonym that I've been using in a business sense. Or like I've signed a load of shit as DBD, Defender Bear Designs. Because it was like everything I did for the Bears, I was just gonna like sign it as that, like, you know. Because I think it is good to have like, you have like a brand and then like you know. But like I could be wrong about all this shit, like, do you know what I mean? Like I'm not educated in business at all, like, you know. Hey, Emmanuel. Defender Bear realistic Halloween mask so people can wear your face. Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, like, I'd probably find that kind of funny, like, you know what I mean? But there is a level of, like, weird ego creep to that, like, you know what I mean? But it's also funny, like I just want to stay away from, like, anything that, like, felt like selling out to a degree. You know, like, sort of stay, like, from the years of witnessing, you know, other people do all that stuff, like, you know, like actors where they're in this movie and now they're like doing cologne and like modeling and fucking they're the face of like Jean-Paul Gaultier for like 6 months or something, like, do you know what I mean? Like, they've all done it, like, you know, and like I get it. I mean, it's like, why wouldn't you? I mean, you're getting paid a shit ton of money. But, like, at that level, it's kind of like, you're not even you anymore. You're like this amorphous thing that's just being used to sell stuff, you know? Like, anything that I want involved in my business in the terms of, like, sponsorships or any of these kind of contracts or deals, like I said before, like, if the crowd who sell this paint turned around to me and were like, oh, we'd love to sponsor your stream, I'd be like, hell yeah, probably. I'd still want to look at the contract and be like, you do realize I say fucking nigger. Like, beanie and beard included. Like, no, it'd have to be the fucking, like, top knot and the bandana and all, like, but, like, as a mask, so it'd be even funnier, like. Like a fake top knot and, like. Although that would be kind of funny on a level 2 if you just, like, if I just got a mugshot done, you know, like, and you put that as merch, like. Right, so that's done now. It's signed, it's finished. If anyone wants to buy African Unihag, let me know. But it is done. Turned out well. Let's stick it over there for the moment. And we'll just chill out. And try and do something with this bitch. Here's one I made earlier. I didn't know what I wanted to do, so I just did this shit. Is it tilted, is it? Yeah. Need to move it up as well. It's a lot smaller. There we go, put there. Painting cuckoo. Painting cuckoo. Why is it sticking? It's getting caught on. There we go. Is it slanted? I can't tell at this angle. Painting cuckoo. Bring it up a little bit more. Yeah, there we go. Do, 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 do. You flirting in the chat, Emmanuel? Do, 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 do. Okay, first things first. What to do? I think I want to just paint it black, and then we'll do a cool design on it or something. Oh, glorious! Squirt, damn you! I always forget about that. Gotta get that top bit. It's easy to get so stiff sometimes. There we go. This has to be made with AI, because like the way it it's got some lyrics now and again, and all the lyrics are like just one word or some shit like ooh, like. Looks like the body of a flying V guitar. Well, it did. Never mind. Gotta get the goo nice and froey. Currently, this goo is too gooey. Randy Rhodes' Crazy Train guitar lives on forever underneath the painting. That would be like one of those cool things to do where you do like an unreal painting and then like a masterpiece and then you just paint over it with like a picture of SpongeBob or something like. Nobody knows. The smell of that stuff is delicious. thing's gonna be black as fuck. Oh, gross. This thing's gonna need another layer for sure. Nobody knows. That's how you get it through customs. It's just a SpongeBob paint. That's how you get it through customs. Paint. Fun to eat, not to play with. Black as Harlem. I can still see the stuff under it now. Call this paint opaque, do you? You fucking lion scum. Typical French. Oh, is it opaque? Really? Really, nigga? Oh yeah, I got another one of those classical music that slaps things. The amount of ones that I got that I haven't tried yet, actually. What's this one like? It's an ad, it's not the tunes. I didn't get no fucking lounge funk shit. Oh, that's a long ad. Fucking hell. Looks like Margie and Emmanuel are blossoming a romance, are they? Where's my sip? I have to keep making sure that the headset doesn't completely upend the fucking palette, like, because the wire keeps going under it. And if I, like, move my head too quickly, it'll, like, fucking flip everything all over the place. Oh my god, I went back to the beginning of the playlist and I get another 2 ads. Fucking hate that shit. That's disgusting behaviour. Absolutely disgusting behaviour. Especially when it's a 30-second ad. That's just obscene. Oh, this water's so cold from just being in this room, like. Oh god. Right, let's see what this shit's like. Very chuggy. Under the bed black. Skillet black. Oh, I think I did play this before, didn't I? This Pebeo stuff is like, it is very opaque, but it's nowhere near the same kind of consistency and chemical makeup as the gouache. The gouache should nearly be dry by now. You can see yourself, like the shine coming off this thing. Like, is the frame rate alright? Yeah, it is. Freshly mined coal black. Epstein's soul black. Penguin ass black. Actually, would the penguin's ass be white? They say they like pre-prime these boards and all with like a layer of gesso or whatever the fuck it's called, but like I don't know, like I think if you put enough gesso on those things, like I've heard what people do is like put a load of gesso on it and then sand it down so that it's like really nice and smooth instead of like textured because of the weave of the canvas. Crow's taint black. Yeah, it's more than likely black. Crow's taint. Man, the Crow of Judgment like meme gif thing is like seriously one of the funniest things ever. Like, Crow of Judgment. The fucking face on the thing, like it's like it's so funny. I love shit like that. I want to let this like almost completely dry before I go at it another layer. I can't remember if this thing has like a matte finish or a gloss finish. I think it has a matte finish, I'm not sure. That's a nice riff. I think it's hilarious how like a lot of the AI stuff is like really good, like.
Make mealtimes doubly delicious. Yummy, crunchy kibbles.
The eye, like after I hit it black. Jesus Christ. And that's from the female in the chat. Like that's fucking... Margie's old school. What's really black? Bitch's eyes! Bitch's eyes on a Friday night! A penguin's arse is blue. How the fuck would you know, Emmanuel? What have you been doing with penguins? You dirty bastard, yeah. It's like, well, actually, a penguin's ass is blue, I'll have you know. Oh, yeah? You want to tell me how the fuck you know? I've done extensive research. Oh, I'm sure you have. Yeah. Extensive research. It's almost oily. Dry, you fuck! I can see parts of it drying up now. I'm almost out of cookies. I'm devastated. Like, not even playing, like... And I realized there was only like 2 cookies left. I was like... Like, almost immediately I was like, female! You know what you must do, woman! Like... My rapid weight gain depends on it. I don't know what it is about drawing something with a fan, but I find it incredibly cathartic. Really focus in on it, like, you know. And it's great for those, like, small muscle groups. You do this for fucking 10 minutes, you can feel it in your forearm, like. Especially if you're doing rapidly, like, you know. Wish she has created an addict with her baking prowess. Oh yeah, man. Had more of the birthday cake last night, like it's nearly gone as well. It's fucking just like... Oh, so good. She knows not what she has done. It's still wet. Oh, we're losing frames. We're losing frames. We're losing frames. We have to turn it up or down. It's always the fucking lighting. Yeah, it's always the lighting. That seems to have fixed it. It's getting dark already. Not even 5 o'clock and it's getting dark. Nearly. Pallet nearly went for a hop there. think went too heavy in some areas, not heavy enough in other areas. Pretty sure this stuff dries completely matte though, so it should be fine. Guess we'll find out soon enough.
I like to spray it in the air and then kind of walk through it. Just like that too.
Cause I'm a
Make sure you have it
fag.
So it goes on the wrist. So it is wrist, I guess.
Fucking Chris Cumsworth over here, like. Oh, look at me, I'm 4. Fag. If you're involved with any of the Marvel shit or Disney shit the past, like, several years, you're probably a demon in hiding. I don't know how half of them can live with themselves or look at themselves in the fucking mirror with the shit that they've done to, like, the culture and all, like, or that they've helped do by being involved in those things. Painting. Painting, Just looks like I've basted it in oil or something. I spent €40 on my petroleum gasoline for my automobile today. Is that expensive, is it? I mean, did you at least fill the tank on that? You probably didn't, did you? Speaking of Marvel, I finally saw Deadpool 3. It was mid as fuck. I can barely remember what happened in it. It was too safe. Nothing like the first one. Yeah, the first Deadpool was brilliant. The way the first one starts is like fucking off the chain, like. It's so, like, it's crazy how, like, we went from, like, you know, like, I know there's an argument for, like, a lot of the stuff that we, like, you know, feel nostalgic about, and, like, oh, this used to be better, and this used to be better, and, like, people would make the arguments like, oh yeah, but there was like so much rape and, like, you know, mad drug abuse and, like, violence and stuff, and none of that has gone away. Most of it has gotten worse, and, like, the culture has diluted and become weak as fuck. And it's like doesn't that correlate? Like, do you know what I mean? Like, because, like, now you have all these, like, dirty fuckers taking further advantage of even weaker people. you know? In like all these different contexts, like, you know, it's like, it's just weird to see like people repeatedly, almost intentionally not learn from mistakes. Is crazy, you know? It's like, oh, we lost a lot of money and like fucking our reputation is like taking a hit and all because we pandered to lunatics. Let's do it again. Like, what in the name of fucker like is wrong with these people? Like, that's so, like, I think it's so, like it's funny, but it's also like, you know, unnerving in a sense when you like when Owen's going on a rant or some shit, like, you know, about, you know, these fucking people, like, they turn on you and they do like the craziest shit and all, like, and it's like, I have experienced some of that in my life, like, you know, like some of the shit that my ma lied about and all when I was younger is just like crazy, you know. But it's like the scale of it. Like, if there's one person in the village who's like, you know, a pathological liar and just always fucks shit up, is always very selfish, always manipulates, always lies, like, you know, it's like, oh, it's very believable. It's just like, oh, that's, you know, Frank. Yeah, Frank's a fuck. That's Frank the fuck. It's just how Frank is, like. Now, personally, I'd kill Frank. But I get why people don't. You know, I don't think power vacuums are the only vacuums in society. I think you can have a sin vacuum where, like, the whole Jew thing was like, well, someone's gotta do it. Like, it's like, do they though? Like, I have a feeling because things are starting to go back towards the right, I have a feeling there's going to be this like last ditch effort from the, in quotes, like left, the woke and all that shit, like, you know, I have a feeling there's going to be like a last ditch effort to like, it's like, oh, you thought we were going woke before? Oh wait, you see this shit, like, I don't know. It's like, part of me is like, it can't go any further. That's why it's like turning now. That's why it's failing. It's like, you went as far as you could go with this shit. People are sick of it. People have like copped onto your lies. You know, they've stopped living in their own delusions and stuff, and they're starting to face the truth, like, at least to a degree. But, you know, like, just like nature always finds a way. Like, I mean, if we look at it, evil always finds a way too, you know. Which is like, you know, fair play to evil for always finding a way. Like, even if it's the most fucked up, dirty, underhanded, crazy shit. It's hilarious, like. I think, yeah, it's pretty much Matt. You have any idea how many niggers I had to slay to get a canvas this black? How dare you say something so abhorrently racist and offensive? Like, aren't niggers the bad ones? Like, like, they are still human. I'm a real believer in the whole act like an animal, get treated like an animal. I mean, if you act like a child and get treated like a child, why not, like, have the same thing for people who act like animals? We stick on some legendary motivation. Let's see what this sounds like. Watch me dry a canvas to this. Freshly squeezed porch monkey. What was it, the thing you said yesterday when we were talking about fucking like the power thirst thing? It's like, you've had cream in your coffee. Now try scream. I was thinking about Wham Jam there the other day. You remember Wham Jam from one of the PEINTEINGUs with the whale? It's like whale jam. Just call it Wham. We have a new product. It's jam made out of whales. What do you want to call it? Wham. Have you tried Wham? Like, man, I could make a hilarious ad for that. Like, a fucking hypothetical jam. It's like a conceptual jam. A pilot jam. I wonder what it tastes like if you made jam out of like whales. It depend on what part, wouldn't it? Like, you know, I mean, you could do like whole whale jam, which is just like you just fucking blend up an entire whale and put it in a jar, and you get like just bone jam. Bone jam sounds like a shit band from like the fucking 70s. Yes, Wham Jam was brilliant. Wham Jam's one of my favorite PEINTEINGU inventions. Try new Wham, and like the fucking the jar of jam like was like attacking the whale with like a giant needle. Bottom of this bitch is nice and dry. Top of it is still wet though. The air in here is getting colder because I turned the heat off. I bet the Koreans know how to make a good whale jam. Will it be the Japs and the, like, did all Asians, like Chinese, Koreans, Asians just have a thing for whales, I suppose, don't they? I'm like wafting cold air at this, like slowly chilling the paint. I'm gonna have to get my hands on a fucking I've said this before, like I was using like the female's hairdryer, but now it smells. So I can't do that anymore. I have to get a specific hairdryer. Or not hair, I have to get a fucking painting dryer. Conceptual jam doesn't sound like anything I'd like to try. Maybe for conceptual jam. Oh, that's horrible when you say it like that. Conceptual jam. Conception jam. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Conceptual jam doesn't sound like anything I'd like to try. Oh, you're dead right, Dick. You're dead right. I mean, I don't know about you, but conceptual jam sounds kind of like Oh, that's brilliant. You know what I meant when I said it. I didn't mean that kind of conceptual. Oh fuck. It's like there's different types of jam and all. Like when you go to the grocery store, when you go up to a thing like, you know, it's like 100% like raw strawberries, like, and then the other ones are like 50% strawberries, 50% strawberry conserve, which is basically just like, you know, concentrated strawberries or whatever. Like, it's like conceptual. It's like jam ingredients, like 50% conceptual. The jam only exists in your mind. Like, oh fuck. I won't be surprised if you seen some bullshit like that on a that's like one of the most dystopian things I've ever heard of. You get like a bag of crisps and it's like 100% conceptual crisps. It's like, it's just no crisps in the bag. Like, these crisps are simply a concept. It's like a devil's version of like the power of the mind. It's like, if you pretend really, really, really hard that there's crisps in the bag, then maybe you'll not be hungry anymore. The human mind is far more capable and powerful than we've ever been, like, than people have ever, like, taught us or whatever. Like, the devil's like, oh yeah, your mind's really powerful, yeah? Okay, well, like, here, why don't you feed yourself with imaginary food then, you fuck? Like, oh god. Yeah, you do you, and I'll do me, way far away from it with that chat. I don't trust that fucker. Why? Fucking eats conceptual jam. Oh fuck. Just imagining ads for that shit, like, you know what I mean? Like, experts agree that if you just focus really hard on the concept of the jam, it will appear within the jar. New conceptual jam from Mammon. Like, I need more energy for paint drawing. This is after getting too chill and calm. I hate these ones that are like, oh, epic, ah! And then it's just like, yeah, for the next 5 minutes I'm just gonna sit here holding my dick, thinking about all the awesome shit I just did. Where are they? There we go. It's been a while. It's been a while since I played this shit. This is my jam. This stuff is my jam. Not the other stuff, not the conceptual stuff. This shit right here, nigga. This shit right here, nigga. This shit's deaf, nigga. I'll have to do that one night. I'll have to like sit down and watch all of Eddie Griffin's stand-up specials and all of Cat Williams' stand-up specials. They're fucking hilarious. Bernie Mac as well. Let me tell you something. She's good people. I fucking love Bernie Mac. He's so funny. His eyes, like the way he could just, like, his fucking eyes like bulging out of his head. Like, this is acceptable, chat. Definitely laid it on a bit thick in some places. I need to, though. I can still see some of the underpainting. That fluorescent pink is like insane. My bird sings the Andy Griffin theme song. I don't know. I don't know what the Andy Griffin theme song is. That's hilarious. I love birds. They're fucking awesome. Like, you got the funny ones, the tiny cute ones, the fearsome big ones. Like, harpy eagles are intense looking. There's some photos of harpy eagles where it looks like a dude in a bird costume. Like, their eyes are amazing and all. Like owls are fucking awesome. Like, all the different kinds of owls. You have owls that look like really old and wise and intelligent, and then you have owls that look like they're fucking tripping it, like tripping balls on fucking LSD, like the size of their eyes and all. Like, woo! It's just like, I'm gonna stick another layer on the lower half because the lower half is dry enough. Oh, let's switch up. Part of me wants to slap some gouache on it. Oh, glorious! Made bolognese last night for dinner. It was fucking delicious. Might reheat a bowl of it right after the stream. Fucking getting hungry now. Where'd I put that big flat bitch? Painting Google. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Painting Google. Doo-doo-doo-doo. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It's weird, there's a part of me that like hates it when the canvas is like sticky and there's lots of friction, and there's a part of me that kind of likes it. If I had a parrot, I would teach it racial slurs. But of course. Second somebody walks in, Tiger! Hey, what the fuck did that bird just say? Cracker! This is fucking right. Oh, gross. Paint, goo, paint, goo, paint, goo. She's a sticky bitch. My favourite owl is the grey horned owl. I can't remember which one those are. I'll have a look in a minute. I think the kind of owl I really like is just is it the barn owl? No, is that the white one? I like the ones that are like brown with the huge eyes. The ones that kind of look like they belong in cartoons or something, like when they turn around it's just like, hello! Like, greetings! Just these massive fucking like, do you ever see a bald owl? They're like fucking hilarious looking. They're like creepy and weird, but they're also hilarious looking. Fucking like a bald owl is just so funny looking. Like you get the right photo of a bald owl and it's like potential nightmare fuel. Like I love that term. I love nightmare fuel. It's so funny. Like right, I need to take another piss, and I'm actually gonna go quickly make myself another cup of tea because it's starting to get cold in here again. So I'll be back in a few minutes. Please enjoy the drying and the tunes, obviously. You will sit here and you will watch this dry, and you will pay for it. Rush it. fucking kitchen is like a fucking fridge right now. Oh, my favorite part. Oh god, it's so fucking cold. Oh. Oh. If I get my hood up to it. Yeah. That's what it felt like. Oh, it's not too bad in here right now, but oh my god, the kitchen. Kitchen's so cold. Oh god. Oh, it's actually ridiculous, like. It's so funny the way that like only one room in the house in any given time will have the fucking oh dude, yeah, like in terms of like like your average modern home would probably be alright, but this house has like such thin walls and like a thin roof and shit, like, do you know what I mean? Like our bedroom is freezing. And the toilet, the kitchen, the bedroom and the toilet are the worst ones. This one and the sitting room is below this room, because both of the sitting room and this room are at the front of the house towards the road, and they can be bad, but like they're nowhere near as like they're never as bad as the bedroom, which is at the back at the top of the house, and that's an extension, so all the walls in that are thin, and like one of the walls in our bedroom is like part of the shower, which is obviously in the toilet. So like the bathroom and our bedroom are like the coldest rooms in the house, and then sometimes the kitchen can be that bad as well, because the fucking there's like damp in the walls towards the end, like where the sink is towards the back garden. It's fucking like the house is it's a little, like, it's not a shithole, like it's a I like it in various ways. Like, it's too small for me. I would like raise the ceilings on the top floor, on the second floor or whatever. I'd knock the whole roof off and fucking increase the size of the ceilings. And I'm only 5'11", like, do you know what I mean? I'm not like tall in quotes. Oh, it's just so cold. Even just having a cup of tea, like, it's crazy, like. But then there's also, like, you know, like, it's a combination of factors, like, do you know what I mean? You got, like, the heating in our house is ridiculously expensive, so we try not to use the heating. The insulation in the house is terrible, so there's that. But then there's also, like, physically, me personally anyway, I've no fat on me. I have no insulation. It's not just the house. Oh. Warm up my hands. Like, there's a radiator right there, you know, like 2 feet away from me, but I turned it off about like an hour into the stream, because like I was saying, it's like it gets too warm, you know. It's annoying, like, it's like you put the thing on, room gets nice and warm, but then it gets too warm, so you turn it off, and then very quickly, like quicker than it took to heat it up, like the heat just leaves. And it's like, what the fuck? Like we've single glazed windows as well, so it's just a single pane of glass. There isn't that like air pocket like in the double glazed ones. It's crazy. But the rent is like comparatively very cheap compared, like comparatively very cheap compared. Comparatively, the our rent is like quite cheap. You know, your average rent, you're like over 1,000 or 1,500 or something like that a month, like, whereas we're paying 700 a month here, which is like really good, you know. But you get what you pay for, like, you know, kind of thing. It's right on the front, like it's the main road is right outside our house, so there's like incredible noise pollution. Like if we were house sharing or some shit like that and somebody had to sleep in this room, depending on the person, they could like have a lot of trouble getting to sleep every night because the traffic is just constant, like even till all hours of the morning. Every few minutes, like these huge trucks will come barreling through the town, and some of them stink. You'll get like a huge waft of some kind of like, you know, organic material or something, like a lot of farm shit and all, like. Oh. My hands feel a little bit better now. Like, warmth. They only recently figured out the internet. Nothing that can't be solved with tobacco and alcohol. Like, yeah, you just drink and smoke. Drink and smoke yourself into warmth. Don't fucking tempt me. Like, I'd fucking love a bit of whiskey right now and be like, oh yeah, like. And now I want to fucking smoke. Fuck you, Stabaru. I was like, I haven't had a cigarette since like an hour before I started the stream, so I haven't had a cigarette in like 3 or, like, I usually have a cigarette like ballpark every hour to 2 hours, and like, and sometimes you have like 2 cigarettes in the space of like 20 minutes, depending on what you're doing, like, you know. Do they make inline wall socket thermostats? Something that will turn the power on and off based on the room temp. Oh well, we have programmable like things on the heaters, which can be good, you know, because like, so we could set them all to like turn on for an hour or 2 and then turn themselves off. We were doing that for a while, but economically, because those things like run up so much money, as like from the second you turn them on, and depending on what temperature you have them on as well, they can be quite expensive to run for even like an hour. So that's why we've done the whole, we only use the heater for the room that we're using. So I put the heat on in here an hour before I'm streaming, so that it's like heated up. And ideally what I want to do is like go into the bedroom now and turn the heat on, so that when I finish streaming and I go in there, it's nice and warm. But I just suffer through it. I just get a fucking house coat and put it over me and get under the duvet in the bed, and like while the room is heating up, I just sit there and have a smoke after the stream. It's so cold, like it's so fucking cold, like to the point where sometimes my fingers get like sore, you know. But again, I'm really like lean, and I don't drink enough water and all this fucking shit. So it's not just the cold, you know. It's also me, but it's also not just the cold or me. It's also the damp in the house and the fucking lack of insulation and everything combined. Like it's a healthy dose of discomfort that it's a healthy dose of discomfort that keeps me humble, you know, like especially the toilet. Like when you get up to take a piss and you can just this plume of vapor because it's so cold, you're just like, Jesus. Oh. Don't do it, my bad, it slipped out. Phrasing. FYI, can I ring you post stream? Yeah, I'll be free after the stream. I was gonna wrap it up at 3 hours. I wanted to do a long enough one, like. I'm getting hungry now as well. I haven't eaten really. I'm gonna heat up some of that bolognese. Fucking like huddle around the bowl of bolognese like it's a fucking fire pit, like. Oh god. I was thinking of just doing some like pinstripe style stuff on this. It's mostly dry. It's mostly dry. Okay. I'll get liner brush here. Painting-goo-goo. Okay, let's make some... Let's make some of that lovely bright green. What are you gonna ring me on? Telegram, is it? I just remembered there, cause like my nope, like I can't use my phone. The mic doesn't work. So you can ring me on WhatsApp, Telegram, and Instagram. I think. I'm not sure. I can't remember if that actually works. Painting-goo-goo. No, this is gonna be mad hard because this is in an angle and all, so. Just going into the German deli for some Pep and Landjäger sausage. Gay. Grab me some schnitzel while you're at it. If I can get the center line freehand on this at this angle, I'm an absolute boss. Not runny enough. Not too far off. That's not bad. That's not bad. Not bad. Not great, but not bad, considering. I'm listening to the top 10 songs of the 60s. It was 30 years before my time. It's mad. I think I really would have enjoyed the 50s in America. I love like retro Americana stuff, like the whole like the theme and the vibe of an Eddie Rockets, the whole like American diner with the checkered floor and the big cushioned seats and the fucking karaoke machines and the bitches walking around in the heels with the hats and all in the cute little uniforms and shit, like shakes and burgers and stuff and all, like, and a bit of Elvis playing in the background and all. Like, I love that vibe. Like Fallout 4's vibe. I love the vibe of Fallout 4 when you're like at the menu, this like the start screen menu of Fallout 4, and the music that's playing with all the like. It's just, I love that vibe. Artistically as well, like aesthetically, 50s Americana shit is fucking really cool. If you stop right there and sign it, you could hawk that for 33,000 easily. Yeah, just a green line on a black thing. Paint. Cool thing about doing it with black as well is like if parts of it look really off, we can just cover it. Start and try again. Alright, here we go. It'd be nice if the fucking paint worked. There's too much friction. Just you can't even see that because of the glare. See, this is why I like matte. Can I turn this off? Oh yeah, now we're gonna have frame rate issues now, yeah. That's back. There's nothing, unfortunately, I can do about the fucking glare. Not right now, anyway. So off. So off. The canvas is so sticky. I can feel it, like. It's funny. Like you can kind of use it to your advantage sometimes, because then the hairs of the brush won't like they won't fly around as much, especially when you're doing stuff like this. So off. Like, I know I'm off angle to it, so it makes it more difficult. But still. It's so hard to do the freehand shit. But so satisfying when you get it. That wasn't bad. Again, not great, but not bad. Especially when you're talking circles. Freehand circles are mad hard to do. It's a bit squashed. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Lost. It's cool. The man Locke is really cool. Dr. Echo's really cool. Or Dr. Echo? Mr. Echo. The Sudanese or the Nigerian fella. Mr. Echo. Really cool character. Like even that triangle's off because the top of it's off, like, and that looked straight to me because of the angle. I'm at, like, the more I look at it now, I could tell that it's off. Painting. Oh, glory. It's actually a lot more opaque than I thought it would be. I thought this luminescent fluorescent green would be fairly transparent. I was wrong. Good. Not to mention the fact that pinstriping stuff like this is usually done while lying flat. For obvious reasons. Are you putting images of German sausage in the PEINTEINGU telegram? How dare you? Better pay that gay waste, bro. That wasn't bad. It was fairly symmetrical. I was checking out reviews of that Alien Romulus movie, and the reviews are like fairly good. It's like 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10. It's like, oh, what the hell? So I had a look at the cast, and I was like, oh, so the reviews are fake. And then I looked at some like written reviews and stuff, and it's like, it's essentially that. Like, everybody was like, the acting is so bad, the cast are a bunch of fucking children, like, the only decent thing is like some of the effects and some of the ideas in the movie and shit, like, fucking mad, like. Oh, I'm after going. There's not equal space either side of this now. Ah, well. Yeah, I'm attempting to do a freehand symmetrical anyway, yeah. Just to pass the time. You'll be boss at pinstriping, defender, big dollars in that, so few have a steady enough hand for it. Yeah, like, a lot of the symmetrical stuff I do with sign writing brushes. I'm not, like, great at it, but yeah, I'm pretty good. I've a fairly steady hand, yeah. There's a thing hanging in my kitchen that's a fairly good example of, like, when I lie something down flat and I get the right consistency of the paint and all, like, that can be fairly accurate, especially with the right brushes and stuff. I actually had that idea when I first moved here. There's lots of boy racers around here. Oh, the lads in their loud cars. And swear to God, part of me was like, maybe I should just get really good at pinstriping and pinstripe all the scumbags' cars around here. What I'd really like to do is, like, combine my abstract symmetrical designs with some cartoon stuff and do murals in people's houses, like kids' rooms and man caves and stuff like that. Because as much as I love painting, I really enjoy sign writing stuff, or calligraphy, or pinstriping, where you just take one color and you do all these shapes, and it's about, like, brush control and, like, you know, the flicks and the finishes. It's very similar to welding in a lot of ways. Doing a line and then stopping at the right point and then picking up the line. Everybody like, pinstripe, PB Daddy a pinstripe. It's hilarious. I'll try and incorporate some pinstriping techniques into my next symmetrical, and record myself doing it. It's all on the shoulder. You have to like keep your like arm from the elbow down pretty much completely still, and then it's all in the shoulder after that, and maintaining the same angle with the brush. To maintain the line weight, which is just the width of the line. Stuff like the thing I did up here, where you do like swirls that get like bigger and then thinner. They're like my favorite thing to do. Well, one of anyway, because like they're a combination of like chaos and order, where like you need the brush control to like to make it look clean, but there's also an element of like having to just go with it for it to look really good. Like commercial painters, house painters, I've seen them say the same thing, where like try to do it quickly, like don't rush it, but you can't do it slow. Well, it's not that you can't, but like put it here. It's not that you can't do it slow. Like, look how off that is. Like, it's so bad. I'm freehanding everything, and it's vertical. Cut me some slack. But like stuff like that, where it's like, you know, you go from thin to thick, back to thin, and then put a flick on the end of it. Those are like some of my favorite things to do. I think like more than like I have pretty good hand-eye coordination, but I think it's actually my eyes that are just like really fucking accurate. Because sometimes I can see sometimes I feel like I can see the line that's not there yet, you know, kind of thing. Oh, Christ. It's also one of those things where, like, especially with something like this, like pinstriping and shit, like, it's all just about making it look slick and cool. You know, there's no, like, where you have to think about composition and fucking your horizon line and all this shit. It's like, no, just make it look cool and clean. Just make it look beautiful and clean. That's all it's about. It's just interesting shapes, patterns. Like that one there, like, you know, you like press the brush all the way and make it real fat, move it a little bit, and then lift it up immediately, and you get like got that real long tail end there, like with one brush you can make a line that fat or that thin. Like, you know, that's another element of this that I really like, is the ability, like the calligraphy aspect of it, where like it's all like, typically you can do the whole thing with one brush. And I love that shit, like. Now this is gonna be hard now if I can, so from right to left, so from left to right. Totally off angle, but not that bad. Cutting myself a ton of slack because I'm like offside to it. But having said that, I mean, there are, like, you know, obviously fucking there's situations where professional pinstripers would have to work on a piece at an odd angle, you know. But typically you'd have the piece like in front of you, and you'd be like, your body would be like centered to it to help you maintain the symmetry. Well, that's it. That's if it's a symmetrical piece. Like sometimes, like a lot of when you're doing it on the side of a car or something, it's just about maintaining a straight line, you know, and then you can kind of like go out from that. Like, it's also like the negative space is really important. That's how you make something look really clean, from what I can tell anyway. Is like, if I do this line here, PEINTEINGU. If I do this line here, and then if I do the exact same line way right beside it, and I make sure that the space in between them is also even, it's like when you see it's like when you see like Roman numerals, or even like that's a good way to describe negative space. I'm not quite sure, to be honest. The space in between the lines almost has to be like either the same thickness as the lines, or yeah, like I'm explaining this very poorly, but it's definitely something to consider when you're doing shit like this. Is like, the stuff you don't paint is just as important as the stuff you do paint. But that also applies to like fucking watercolor painting, you know. A lot of watercolor painting is oh, excuse me. Not painting certain specific areas to achieve the effect of light hitting those areas. And when you do it right, it's incredible looking. Like watercolors can look so realistic. Painting Google. Yeah, like I think this is trash looking. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, if I took my time and really like drew this out and lay it down and took my time and did it properly, like that's what a lot of my first symmetricals looked like. Was somebody pinstriping on something. I have a black and green one somewhere that's very similar in color profile to this. Much cooler looking than this shit. Kind of looks like an alien's head. Some tribal shit on it. Far down with that one. Doing geometrical patterns with paint and getting it straight is very addictive. Because like you could do like any painting or drawing, you can do shit, and from a distance it looks, you know, straight, flush, level, whatever way you want to, like, looks bang on. And then you get close and you're like, oh my god, that line is like wobbly as fuck. Even with some of the pro shit I've seen, you know. One of the things that I used to challenge myself with when I first started doing the symmetricals was trying to make it so clean looking that even when you zoomed in, it looked like a fucking machine did it. And some of the lines I got on some of them are like so fucking clean that people, what was it, like fucking, somebody on Instagram commented on one of the, I think it was the hot pink and black one that I put up when I put it up originally. Somebody was like, is that, are these digital prints or did you make this digitally or like analog? And I was like, no, I like painted this with my hands. And he was like, holy shit. So terrible.
Irish Government Department.
Oh, I'm over 3 hours.
Department of Justice,
Department of Justice, Department. Anytime I hear Irish people talking on like the radio or something, like I'm just like, ugh. They always pick the worst sounding people. Like, I have an eye appointment in less than 2 hours. Guess I'll have to take you all to the shower with me. Well, I'm going to pack it in now, Margie. I'm going to pack it in now. I'll do one more line. Hold on. just one more line. Oh, not even lines. We'll just do dots. There we go. Right. I hope everybody enjoyed today's PEINTEINGU. But I'm going to leave it there. And I'll see you Monday. It will be very likely that Defenderoo will return Monday. Or it is very likely that Defenderoo is going to return on Monday. So, probably. You will hear this voice again very soon. Or something like it anyway. Part of me was thinking of like changing his voice a bit so it didn't like fuck up my throat so much sometimes. But it's generally just if I smoke too much or whatever. But anyway, now I'm rambling. Right, much love. Talk to you all soon. Department of D's nuts. Oh lad. Right. Be good, be true, and be beautiful. And I shall see you Monday. Right. Everybody have a great weekend. God bless. And I'll see you soon.